Today I will install the seatbelt in the Y61 Nissan Patrol. This is a GU4 model, and I removed the belt in order to clean it. I literally washed it in the bathtub, and a lot of dirt and grime washed off. So I have the seatbelt here all cleaned up and also blocked with a plastic clip so that it doesn't get drawn inside the barrel. So the first thing is to align these small tabs. See, there is one tab here and one tab there. Align them with their corresponding holes, mounting holes, which will also give clearance. And do the same down. Okay. This will also give us clearance to install the first screw here. This is the screw. And I will put it by hand, insert it by hand, rotate it a couple of turns so that I am sure the seatbelt assembly doesn't come off. And then I will pay attention how I added this plastic clip so that I don't get the belt twisted. Alright, so it looks good. Now there is this part right here that is some kind of a metal guidance which will be installed here. Alright, the two screws are in, and I will tighten them by hand as much as I can, and then I will use the 10mm socket. A spanner won't fit here, there is a little space, so you don't really have any chance to use a spanner without damaging the screw heads. So I'll take the 10 and mount it on the socket. Alright. And I'll tighten the screws just for a bit. There is no need for high tension. I think that's sufficient. Right, now there is this part that I will have to install. It's the seatbelt height tensioner guidance adjustment. So this one comes right here, and I will use the standard 14mm screws. Right, so I will tighten the screws by hand to a certain extent, and then I will use the socket to do that, to tighten them. And since this is also a security point for the seatbelt, because the seatbelt will get bolted here, you could as well assume that these have to be tightened really well. I'll tighten this one as well. That should be sufficient. Then I will just put this at the middle so that I can install the trim. There is a trim that comes over this entire pillar. But next I will have to install another metal part, this one, which is another kind of guidance part for the seatbelt. So this one will be installed right here. See, there are some metal spikes that help hold the part in place. Let's see from the other side. It's the same thing. So the bolts are standard 10mm bolts, these ones. Tightening them by hand, and then I'll use the 10mm socket. You could also use a spanner here, there is enough space. A ring spanner with a ratchet. That should be sufficient. Okay. So we'll also tighten this screw by hand. Alright, that's it. And now I'll use this socket. Normally this operation would have been way simpler if I had the controls for the front passenger seat, which are at home. I just washed the entire plastic part and verified the contacts, the buttons. They appear to be working as it should. So honestly, I don't have any means to move the seat front. Alright, now, so I'll use the 10 socket to tighten these. I'd say that's enough. And we'll move to the other side and add some torque here, apply some torque here. Alright, that should be enough. Good, so this part being mounted in. Now I will have to put the trim, the plastic trim, and then I could continue with the seat belt. Let's thread it like this for now. There is this part of the seat belt that will get fixed. Will get bolted on this hole. And also there is this part of the seat belt that will get bolted down there. There is also the seat pretensioner plug, so I'll have to also put this. This is part of the airbag system, and if you don't connect it, it will trigger a flashing airbag light, airbag warning light in the dashboard. Alright, the next step is to remove a certain length of this rubber sealer. Honestly, I would remove the entire section, since I will have to also put the bottom pillar. You see, the same as I did on the other side. Good. So in order to do this, you just simply extract it easily so that you don't break it. Extract it like this, and it gets out. All right, let's have a look from this direction. Everything seems good. Now let's add the trim. All right then, this is the trim. There is a metal clip here, also a guidance part, plastic part here, plastic clip, plastic clip, plastic clip, and another guidance part. And then here there is a hole that will align with the other side of the pillar. Good. Now let's try to align it simply by aligning the top metal clip. Makes things way easier. Alright, so once you feel it, clip, then you can come and clip them one by one. Okay? And just to be sure that the top has clipped, you heard it, now it's clipped. So the trim is installed. The next step is to bolt the seat belt there. This is the bolt. It's also a 14. and I will tighten it by hand, and once this bolt is completely secured, see, now I can go on and cut this plastic clip so that the seatbelt will tension. Right, so I've cut the plastic clip, and now I will slowly let the seatbelt tension itself. I've cut the second clip that I had, and now the seatbelt will get completely wound up until it hits this part. So now I will get the 14 socket and apply some serious torque to this bolt right here. So I will apply as much torque as I can in this position. Right, I think this is sufficient. Right, and now you can see the belt works as it should. It doesn't stick as it did before, so it's all cleaned up. And now I will install the lower side of the trim. Alright, this is the second part of the trim, the lower side of the pillar trim. And there is a metal clip here, guidance, position for a plastic clip, also plastic clip, guidance, and plastic clips. And this one will get inside this hole. So I've bought some new clips. These are made by Romix. Oh well. Anyway, so C60599 should be the part number. I will put two of these new parts, two of these new clips in the upper side. You see, the new ones have a washer. And I will use some of the old recovered clips on the other lower side, on the other side, here and there. So I will search for the ones looking the best. This one, if you remove them carefully, then they're still usable. And oh well, this one looks good as well. So I will install it here, and now I will have to remove these plastic trims on the sides. One, two, and then there are some other clips here. One, two. Right. And now I will remove this completely. So now make sure you have the small connector connected, and then I will position this. The easiest way to have it positioned correctly is to actually find the hole, come on, for the metal clip. You see, it goes right there, and if you position that, then the rest will come easily. So the thing is now positioned, and I will just come on and clip them. Alright, so two there, there is another one here, there is one more there, and the metal part here. Right, the metal part. So let's check it from the other side. If we take a look there, we can see that the clip is clipped. Perfect. I will have to clean this as it's a bit filthy. Right. Great. Secured. You see what I was talking about? I have removed the controls, so I have no means to move this chair back and forth. Let's do the same here, and on the rear door I will gently put the door sealer in place like this. Perfect. Now it's in position. I can install the side step ornament, but first I will clean this mess here. So I cleaned the mess, and now I will install the trim. Alright, so now just position this and apply some impacts. 1, 2, right. So it's the rear of the car is a bit sad. I haven't worked on it. I haven't replaced the rear window. I have the original one, which I want to replace and then tint it almost black. Install some rails, some metal rails, and then build the furniture. You know, the bed, the battery holder, compressor holder, fridge, and whatnot. The final step is to bolt this thing there. I will tighten it by hand as much as I can, and then I'll take the 14 socket and apply as much torque as needed. For sure, in the manual there should be the torques listed for the various screws on the Patrol, but you can just use common sense as well. I'll take my socket and tighten the rest of the screw. Alright, it's beginning to oppose resistance. Perfect, that should be it. For sure, at home I have the cap for this, and I also remember there is a plastic clip that comes over here. But I don't have them with me, so that's a job for a later point in time. While I'm here, I've also seen that this part of the door is pretty dirty. I'll have to clean it as well. So far I'm happy with the results. There is the driver seat belt installed with the trims, and also the passenger seat belt with the trims. The driver seat belt and the passenger seat belt. And as I said, I will have to work on the rear part of the car, install the trims, complete the installation. I still have to apply some installation on this side, inside, but that's a project for another day or days. That's it so far. Now I'll move on to other activities. Until next time, thanks for watching.